So next, we are here for something we have been waiting for. So it is an absolute pleasure for me to introduce Reeni Tharakan. Here she is. And in a few words, if I have to say, she is woman of steel, right? And that is what I could say. She is nothing but she's our embodiment of strength, perseverance, and determination. So today we have someone who has broken all the age type stereotypes, broken records, created history, and continues to inspire millions of not just women, including men across the world. So before all what she has done, I should definitely tell about her modesty. So I don't know Reeni ma'am personally, nor did I reach out to her through someone. So it was just that I saw in Instagram and I made a request, ma'am. I would like to invite you for our growing young, celebration, Women's Day, and you would be an inspiration. And there was no hesitation. Actually, today she is in Coorg with her family for for a vacation. In spite of that, she agreed to be with us and spend some time with us. Thank you, Reeni ma'am, for joining us. So when I was exploring about Reeni ma'am, it's not that she has been a power lifter through her life. That was a very surprising fact for me. So she, in fact, was saying in one of the conversations that she started only in 2013 and 2019 is when she started actual powerlifting. And in 2023, she went on to win 4 gold medals for India. So this was, and it was a competition conducted by the International Powerlifting Federation in Magnolia. Thank you so much, Reeni ma'am, for joining us. Today we'll have an interactive session. Over to you now.
Hello, happy Women's Day, all of you. Nice to be here.
Ma'am, is there anything that you would like to say first?
Sunanda, I think you should ask me all the questions. Or
yes, we are ready to shoot you with the questions.
Yeah, you can start with the questions, Sunanda. So I'm much more comfortable answering questions than than just speaking on my own.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the first question is, have you always been a fitness freak, or it is something that you developed in recent times?
No, all along, right from my childhood, I've always been very, very active physically. And, that is something, exercise is something that I've always enjoyed right from the time I was a child. So through school years, not so much in college, but after my marriage, and I've always kept very active.
Okay. So the next question, what made you to get into this, fitness at this scale? You started your this journey at the age of 53. When we read about you, we came across in some news channels. It said you started at 53 and then 63 you won a medal, right? So what made you to go to this scale?
Like I said earlier, just now, that I've always been very active, whether it was swimming or aerobics or cycling, kayaking. But at the age of 53, I started going to the gym for the very first time. Until then, I had never even, seen the inside of a gym. So when I started training, my coaches realized that I could go professional with my powerlifting, and be and start powerlifting. So in 2019, I went professional, and yeah, from then on, I've been winning quite a few medals. Yeah,
that's good. I'm actually.
Okay. So here is one stereotypical question. So normally when it comes to weightlifting or powerlifting, women do not take up this, right? So if hearing about loss of feminine characters or the muscle bulk, not many, it's not a preferred choice of sport. So given that, what is that made you go into this? Did you fear about all these, or do you have anything else to say that is not the truth?
Yes. I think that is a misconception. Unless powerlifting or weightlifting, my sport is actually powerlifting, not weightlifting. So, unless, even if you work out very, very hard, women do not have the capacity to build up muscles. You'll be very strong and fit, but then you won't have, bulging muscles. That is truly a misconception. Unless women start taking steroids, women cannot have those bulging muscles, even men for that matter. Can't really build up their muscles without taking steroids. So it's a misconception that once you start working out, that you won't look feminine, and you'll have very bulging muscles and all that. So that is one thing people must understand, that powerlifting or weightlifting for that matter needn't necessarily make you look manly.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you,
for that
ma'am.
here, ma'am. So, what is your day-to-day routine, fitness routine to maintain your fitness level?
Yeah, so I work out 6 days a week. There's only one day that I don't, like a Sunday or any other day that kind of suits me. But 6 days a week, I make sure that I work out. And so I have a set of routine exercises that I do at home. And on 3 days a week, I train for powerlifting. I go to the gym. My coach comes to train me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. So, yeah, in 2023, you got the medal. So, I think you were in the 64 to 69 kg category, right?
Yes.
And you did about 100 squats, 50 bench presses, and 110 deadlifts. Is that right? So, what was your feeling when you first, when the award was given?
It was a wonderful moment, actually, when when you're representing India in any event in a foreign country. It's a truly uh, very stirring moment for anybody. And so when I won those four gold medals, actually, and the overall gold also. So when you go up onto the podium to receive your medal, the national anthem plays. I found it difficult really to keep back my tears. It was a very momentous time in my life for me.
We
Of
are very
course, there's
proud
no
of you, ma'am.
denial about it being a very, very proud moment. And of course, you added pride to our nation.
Proud of you, ma'am. So yes, this is the that the national one, right? So when was your first medal or any recognition you received for this powerlifting? Where, and please share about it.
Yeah, I think the first medal that I ever won was at the district level in 2019, and so in Kerala there aren't many people who at my age who for enter the sport. But then up until now, after 2019, I realized that from the categories of juniors to sub juniors to seniors and now masters, even, there are far more women than when I started. And also, when I won my first national medal, I was so surprised to see 80-year-old an 80-year-old lady from Bombay and her husband, who was well into his 90s, both of them participating and taking medals. So that is,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow, that's a wow moment.
that has always, in fact, they don't even have a category for them. In fact, the Mr. Venkataraman, I think his name is campaigning for a group, a category for people above 80. So that was really an inspiration for me.
True, true. Thank you. So really, that's a inspirational word for everyone here in the meeting today. Thank you for sharing that, ma'am.
Yeah.
So the next question, we believe that you had a health setback some years back. So,
Yeah,
could you say about it and how did you overcome? Was it a hindering factor?
yeah. So actually, I've had three instances of having had a stroke. Uh, about from Anyway, I've had to three instances. The last time I had a stroke was in as late as November, last November. But the thing is that as long as you have a very good coach with you who believes in you and who realizes and who knows well enough how to train you in spite of physical setbacks, I don't think a stroke or a heart attack or any physical incident for that matter is reason enough for anybody to stop from training or doing exercises in some way or the other. In fact, when I had my first stroke, I stopped training for about 1 month and then I resumed because that was the level of confidence that my coach had in me. And the recent stroke that I had see, all the strokes that I had was very minor and very fleeting, and no, I got over it immediately. So doctors have even told me that it's the level of exercises that you do that nothing more serious has happened to me. So I don't believe in the fact that a physical setback should prevent anybody from continuing your routine of exercise, and that we should go on. In fact, the coach who coaches me now, she's one of the, one of the most, a person who has set so many records for herself in the national level. In fact, her records cannot be broken in many years from now. And she herself has had a heart attack, but she trains at a level that is very, very impressive. And her heart attack, the fact that she has had a heart attack has never deterred her, has never stopped her from continuing to train and set records for the nation.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
That
ma'am.
this is like truly inspiring.
Very
No?
good.
When something like this hits us, we step 10 steps back and tend to rest. But you said when the spirit to fight is there, then we can move ahead always. Thank you so much.
So
Yeah.
yes, you have told about your journey. Now the question is, like here we have all the senior citizens here, right? So how important is the fitness and nutrition in old age? Please share your thoughts.
Yeah. I think it is of the ultimate, the most vital thing to do is to exercise. No matter how old you are, it's never too late to start. And I've noticed you, Vicky, Viji, and Vinsunanda, y'all are all so young. I hope y'all are working out. It is of ultimate importance, when you see the benefits of exercise, you all are going to reap only much later. But it's so important for our fitness level and in our growing years not to depend on our children, to do things on our own and to be able to bend, climb up steps, travel. And it's so vital that we do exercise of some sort or the other. At this stage, I would like to say, so people who say that they walking is really not an exercise. Everybody must strength train, which is very, very important in all our lives. Everybody, be it a man, be it a lady, everybody must exercise for our own goodness.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, any other interest you have apart from powerlifting?
Oh, yes. I have so many interests. Traveling is very, very important to me. See, even here, I've come to Coorg now. And even here, when I'm traveling, let me tell you that, I don't give up on exercise. See, I've done my set of routine exercises here also. And, uh, like you asked me whether I have an interest. So recently, my sister and I started a business. We make a lot of homemade products.
Hmm?
So our pickles and our preserves And if you go on to Instagram and check out in and around Maria and Reenie's kitchen, you will see what we are doing. So,
Okay.
so that's
Right.
an interest for me. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So yes, this is the open question forum now. If you want to ask any question to Reeni ma'am, you can unmute yourself and you can ask her now.
I think there's already one question. Shailaja auntie, what can you, you told about your
Let's
fitness
start.
regime. How about the diet?
Yeah, I actually follow more of a ketogenic diet, which is a diet that is high in fats and a moderate protein and little or no carbs. So this is a diet that suits me the most, I find, over the years. And I think I've been following this about for 8 to 10 years. So it has helped me in weight loss, and also I find I'm far more energetic, and I have the capacity to follow my sport with this diet.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else would like to ask?
Hello, I just want to know, are you diabetic by nature that you're following this sort of low carb and low protein diet? Or is
I,
it your regular diet?
it is my regular diet, but I'm not diabetic because
Okay.
nobody really needs carbs, and I'm a person who has never been interested in eating rice and things like that. So it really suits me.
Are you a vegetarian by nature or a non-veg?
I'm a diehard meat eater, fish eater. Non, I'm a thorough non-veg person.
Okay. And I did
You're
follow
particular
you when
about
you
your
said,
high fat diet only, importance for fat, and what about the protein at this age? No, because you're a power this thing strengthening specialist.
No, it is a high fat diet, but I eat moderate protein. I don't overdo protein, but things like fried food are things that don't bother me at all because I need the fat.
So, what is the fat you are including every day?
Coconut oil, mainly butter,
Yeah,
ghee,
yeah.
yeah, olive
Okay.
oil, but no vegetable oil at all in my diet.
oh, you say vegetable oil is not good?
Not at all. Canola
Okay.
oil, vegetable oils are not recommended at all.
You say, you
Being
say,
from being from Kerala, we use a lot of
Coconut
coconut.
oil,
What we use in our everyday cooking.
okay, but
nut
is it not
oils.
a heavy? Coconut oil is not heavy like to cook it. I know formerly before we used to all cook in coconut oil till a recent year before they came up with the thing that coconut oil is not good for health, and they keep on changing for their own monetary thing. But is it
I
not
know.
heavy for
No,
cooking?
I know. And I think most of the senses will show that the coconut oil is one of the best mediums for cooking.
Okay, okay. And when you were talking about that some kitchen in Instagram, the network was not good, so your voice was shaky. Could you tell which what you're following in Instagram? Some other
No, no, no.
they,
It was not following.
we
She said she was talking about her business. The pickle you shared a site. Ma'am will share with me, and probably I can share it with all of you.
Yeah, Sunanda, I wanted to tell that kindly share it in our group so that we'll
Yes, yes,
be
sure,
fair.
sure,
I
sure.
mean, we'll be able to access that.
That sure.
I'll be interested.
So, do we have any other
I would
questions?
like
Yes, uncle.
I would like ma'am to share the diet she is following. That is your nutrition, whatever that you are following.
Yeah.
I
Now,
mean, you can share it in the group in the written form
yeah.
so that we can note down. Because I am going to write a book on about health and to the last breath. So I want to quote you as one of
Okay.
the persons for emulating. So,
All
so
right.
I would like to know
So,
the details.
on a basis, yeah.
Pardon?
So on a daily basis, I eat only A single meal a day, actually.
Only a single meal. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's mainly lunch that I eat. I eat a lot of vegetables and any and whatever is being made that day, meat or fish. And then I follow that up with a few nuts or seeds and then yogurt, Greek yogurt, not ordinary curds, but Greek yogurt. But then by the end of that meal, I'm quite full, and I can easily make it to the next day's lunch.
Okay. So
Yeah.
nothing in between.
No, no,
Any,
I don't snack at all.
no snack at all. And what about hydration?
Hydration, I drink a lot of water. I try and drink at least 2 liters of water, which I know is not enough. Drinking water is a little difficult for me, especially like see here being in Coorg now. The weather is very pleasant, so you tend to forget about drinking water. But I
Yeah,
try,
that's
yeah, yeah. So I try and remember to get in as much as water as I need. Yeah, but water
so.
drinking is very important.
I would like to know what is the formula for drinking water? How much water should be taken?
Formula, I think, according to what your weight is. I think for my weight, which is about 69 to 70 kilos, I think I need about 3 liters of water. I don't think I really manage that. I try and drink at least 2 liters to 2.5 liters of water a day.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
No
And
breakfast,
what
madam?
about what? Also, the
No
this
breakfast.
thing.
I drink coffee, but my coffee is always when I'm properly doing my keto diet. I only have my coffee with a little bit of uh,
Tea?
no, no, no. I have it with cream,
Cream.
which the lactose
Coffee.
content cream is much less than milk.
Okay.
Oh, no
And
breakfast, only one meal. That is lunch and no dinner. My God.
Yeah, no dinner.
Hello, hello, madam. But you must have been following this one meal a day for a long time. Otherwise, it's not possible because all my friends say do intermittent fasting, don't eat after 7 p.m. But I've noticed if I don't eat after 7 p.m., middle of the night, I get up,
Yeah,
I
that's
have to
what,
eat.
ma'am. Ma'am, actually, the diet and everything, it differs individual to individual. So I think we can leave this diet topic. And if you have any other question, please ask Reena, ma'am, now.
Okay, okay, okay. And when you say keto diet, keto, what do you mean? That you eat meat and
No, not the
fish
diet,
or
ma'am.
keto
No
diet?
questions.
A ketogenic diet is mainly high on fats, very low on carbs, and yeah, that's mainly the thing. And moderate protein. People tend to think that a ketogenic diet or keto diet is high on protein. That is not true. It's a moderate protein diet, but it's always high on fats,
Okay, okay.
but correct fats. Like ghee, coconut oil, olive oil are all good, but never vegetable oil. Vegetable oil, we don't even buy vegetable oil at home anymore.
Okay, okay. But how do you maintain to maintain your, I mean, your yourself, your complexion, your looks? You look very young and very pleasant to look at the age
Look
of
at
60.
my hair.
Exercise is the answer.
Forget the hair, but the complexion and the way you have maintained your face and your health and your whole self. You're very
No,
pleasant to look at.
I'm a supplement. I do you I like I have all my supplements. No diet is complete without your supplements. You have to have your what is it? I have so many of my supplements. Especially when I'm training so hard, you have to have your supplements.
Okay.
The diet is
What-
something, it depends totally on what we do, what our age is, and what our physical activity is. So it is completely, it is it's a customized thing that should actually happen. Right? There is no one fast rule for, all of us to actually, follow actually. So maybe a dietitian will help us, plan it much better. Rini ma'am's diet is something really amazing. Very, very, it's good that you're able to stick to it, and that is helping her. Her needs are addressed to her diet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Good morning. Sorry
Morning.
to interrupt. Good
Yes, ma'am.
morning. I'm Mrs. Lalita Rajamani. I would like to know this strength training which we are mentioning. What is it exactly? The strength training?
You have to strength training is something that you do using weights. It's very, very important no matter what age you are. See, I started as late as 53, but then that really doesn't matter. 53 right now to the people who are in their 70s and 80s might seem comparatively young, but then it's so important, even if you haven't strength trained, to start doing it even if you're 70 or 80. But and you have to go to if you're a much older person, it's very important
Yeah.
that, it's very important that you train under a very good physical
Trainer. Okay.
trainer, because we as lay people will never know what to do, what weights to lift, and what
Yeah.
exercises to do. So it's very important that you train under
Important. Okay.
a certified physical trainer. But it's so, it's so vital, so crucial that we strength train for our own benefit, to be independent and be able to look after ourselves in our old age without being dependent on other people to pick up things, to walk, to climb up steps, go down steps, to be able to travel. So, as an older person, nothing should stop us to do things that we want. And for that, strength training is so important.
Okay.
And
Thank
what
you.
age you suggest we start strength training? 40?
You
30?
start, the earlier you start, the better. But then
Better.
the old, even a very old person, there's no preventing anybody to start strength training. But I can't, tell you how important it is that you do strength training.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Reeni ma'am, for answering all the questions. So really, you are a role model, and you inspired us. On this Women's Day. Thank you, and we are honored to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining us today, ma'am.
Ma'am, truly, yes. You have, age is nothing but just a number, and you can set your passion on fire if you really have it. That's what we got the message from you. Thank you for joining us, and we wish that you win more and more medals for our country and make us even more proud. Thank you for your time and joining us in spite of you being on a vacation.